Video presentation. What is video presentation?
Video presentations are presentations using videos.
Hey, that sounds like a tautology. That means you're going back and forth. But that's okay. Video presentation. We're going to make in other words, we get something and we're going to make a movie out of it. Make a presentation. We're just going to talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And talking about it, do you know any of the history of how things were done before about the teaching technology?
Well, before we had real-time learning, which is basically like person in the classroom or face-to-face.
Uh-huh.
And then we had delayed learning.
Delayed learning?
Where it's sort of like self-teaching.
Right.
Where it's sort of like self-teaching where the information was accessible at most times.
Oh, okay.
So.
But now the new technology. Well, okay, so what we're trying to do is learn a new technology though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is our goal? What are we going to try to do in this particular presentation?
Discover new methods of learning and a new way of presenting information. Use edutainment as a motivational factor in learning.
What is motivational factor? Do all these students, all the students, when they come to class, are they all motivated?
No. Practice this new way of presenting information.
Oh, I see. So then after we learn how and what we're doing, then we're supposed to practice it so we can get proficient, right?
Yep, the doodles.
All right. How about the definition? Do we need any definitions?
Well, there's video presentation, which is, we already defined that. Okay. Edutainment, which is when you're learning and having fun at the same time. Right. Real-time learning, which is where you're teaching. Uh-huh. Person to person or face to face. Delayed learning, which is where the information is accessible at all times.
Hey, let me comment on that delayed learning. Right now, one of the biggest universities in the world is the University of Phoenix. They have about 269,000 students.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's growing. It's growing fast because a lot of the people are realizing, hey, we can't have all these classrooms all the time, so we're going to use another technology, which is internet. Yeah, delayed learning. What is blended learning?
It's a combination of real-time learning and delayed learning.
Okay. All right, let's see. Well, if that's the case, in the past they have always said that there are different methods of teaching and learning. So you mentioned one, you said person to person, and then of course this new one, which is on the internet. What do you mean by Skype? What is Skype then?
Skype is a program that you are able to download, where it'll allow you to put yourself on webcam with the other person, as well as talk with them over the microphone and chat with them.
Is that in real time?
Sort of. Yeah, I guess it is, but it's not person to person.
I see. It's not face to face, in other words.
Correct.
But it's still person to person. How about combo?
The combo of the two is blended learning, like where we use Skype and person to person. Say, for example, 2 days a week we go on Skype, and 2 days a week we teach person to person.
Like your blended learning. Well, learning has always been the eternal drive of man. So what are some of the ways in which we can continue to learn?
We could read and look stuff up on the internet and self-study, or we could discover this new method of video presentation.
Okay, you mentioned new method, but what has been done in the past? Are there examples of what video presentation is?
Yeah, for example, there are these two little boys named Bob and Paul.
Is that their website here?
That's the website right there.
Okay.
You can go to their website, or you can search it up in Google and say Bob and Paul Math.
Uh-huh.
And they were teaching us how to round decimals.
Decimals. So did they sound like they were excited about that?
They sound pretty excited.
Okay, what about this Khan Academy? What's happening there?
Khan Academy is this not-for-profit organization made by this guy named Sal Khan. Mm-hmm. And he decided that he needed to give back. He wanted to give back. And he started making these videos and posting them on YouTube.
When they post these videos, does the guys who are doing it, are they having fun? Do they have a lot of confidence in doing what they're doing?
They seem actually pretty confident, and they seem like they could get you to learn anything and still let you have a time with yourself.
I see. So they're actually in this yes we can type of attitude. We can do it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Like
you know, I was Bob the Builder. Now that you mention it, I remember when you were young, we were constantly looking at Bob the Builder, but it's a kind of society that said we can do it type of thing. So it kind of instilled confidence in all these young people. So I suppose that kind of carried itself forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, but suppose we buy in on this concept. What are we going to need for it? How are we going to make it work?
Well, we'll need programs such as this program that we have right now.
What is this program?
This is a debut video program, and you can download it at the site that you're looking at right now.
You mean this NCH software?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we download it, and everything that we say and everything that we do on the computer is recorded.
Oh, okay. Now, you mentioned several programs before. Now, are these programs free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Free is good.
Free is good. We also need computers so that we can have these programs. We need people and web access, and we need our audience, which is really, really important.
So once we get that, then we're off and running, right?
Not really. After we get this up and we load the program, we also need to learn how to use it.
How long will that take?
That doesn't actually take that long, but that'll take like 10 minutes out of your day or something.
I see. Okay, so that's not too much to sacrifice. Now, here I'm ready to go. I want to do something. I want to talk about something. I want to deliver a topic. So we need basically a script, right?
Sort of.
Okay. So in this script, what do we need?
We need to establish objectives, do an assessment of our audience so that we can sort of fit it to them.
Oh, okay.
We need to outline the presentation, or we now outline our intro, definition, present situation / history, our solution, and our pros and cons.
So that's actually the presentation itself, right?
That's actually most of the presentation.
And then we're going to what? Go back and review?
Yep. We need to review the information that we have provided and test the audience on what we have presented.
In other words, check them out and make sure they understood what we're saying.
Make sure they're listening.
All right. So then, in conclusion, what we're really saying is a video presentation is a new technology, but what does it cover?
It covers delayed and real-time learning at the same time.
Suppose I don't like it after I got into it and I said, hey, this is not really the thing I want to do.
Well, then maybe you can take yourself up on something else.
I see. Okay, so, try it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we see that this is really maybe a new way to go. What is this buoyancy of your aquatic
vessel? So maybe you should try and see how it maintains the buoyancy of your aquatic vessel.
Oh, okay.
Or see how it floats your boat.
Floats my boat.